Yo, what's up, family? We got a great one for y'all today.
Yes. GANGSTA.
Yes. This one here is called GANGSTA by Quan. Y'all get a good view on that there. It's called GANGSTA by Quan. Now, y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
This is an excellent one. Now, as I said, as it's called GANGSTA, but it's dealing with Bloods, Crips, Pyru, all these other gangs, but mainly them two, right? Mm-hmm. Them three, rather, but mostly Bloods and Crips. And the main two characters is a guy named Lulak
and Gutter.
And it starts out like when they was young, how they got into gang life, how they jumped Lulak in. Now Lulak,
they were both each other's right hand man.
Yeah, they was like super partners, like brothers, tight. So just to sum it up, Lulak simply was a hardcore gangster, pretty boy gangster, with a quick hand. Like, no one could ever pull a cover on this guy. This guy, he had a quick killer joke and sharp shooter. The joke was just nice, but
he was also very intelligent.
Thank you. I almost forgot. He was very intelligent, and he had an end game. His end game was, I want eventually to be a writer. I want out of this life. Whereas his partner, Gutter, was like, man, fuck that, man. Yeah. I'm going to live this life, and I'm going to die this life.
Which are most gang members.
For the end of life, he said, this is all I'm going to ever be is a gangster. And his boy Lulak was like, yo, man, you be on some bull crap.
But, they could talk like that to each other. Like, Gutter knew Lulak's plan in the end, so he didn't, try to, try to make him think nah, you should, he respected it, even though he was he can't agree to that, but he respected Lulak's wishes.
Yeah, but Lulak always had conversations with Gutter.
Yeah, because they was tight.
Where do he see himself in the future, in the life?
Where do Gutter see himself?
Yeah.
And Gutter was like, man, I'm gonna die gangster.
Not everybody want to.
He was like, I'm gonna do this forever.
Not everybody want to be out, but I'm just saying, man. If you down the line, I respect you for whatever decision you are. But I'm still in this type of life.
All right, so we're gonna get on with the book. So the way it starts out, as I said, they jump Lulak in.
No, you forgot about his father.
All right, that's what I'm gonna get to. They jumped him in. He became a Crip, right?
Yeah.
And he had a real enmity. As usual, I love to give you a word of the day. Now, if you look up the word of the day, enmity, it just simply means to have a strong, hostile, or violent feelings towards someone or something. And he had a strong enmity towards any Bloods. He hated Bloods. But there was a reason why he hated Bloods. You remember why?
Yeah, because of his father. His father, they were both at either...
when he was a little kid.
They were coming out of a mall or a store in the parking lot in broad daylight, and the Bloods, right?
Yes.
The Bloods shot down their father, because they tried to rob him. But his father wasn't having it, and this is with Lulak, and it was just them two together.
He bought him Christmas gifts, and he had to see his father get shot and killed.
Yeah, shot in broad daylight right in front of him. So ever since that, he just hated every Blood.
Every Blood. He had a strong enmity towards any Bloods. He was like on sight, killing them.
Well, that's
can't
revenge.
stand these jokers.
That's revenge. He was going out for revenge.
For any Blood, he was like, I'm killing them. Killing all Bloods.
That's why he became Crip.
Yeah, Crip. He's like, just hate him.
Yeah.
Whereas now Gutter on the other end, Gutter was a little older than Lulak. And his uncle had him in the gang, and that's why Gutter was so tight with Lulak. He got Lulak in the gang.
Yeah, but his whole family, with Gutter's family was all involved in gang. So that's why he was in the gang, in the gang life.
But wasn't Gutter's grandfather smart? Like, he had ran for the army or whatever? Because remember when they met the Muslims? Because remember, Gutter's Muslim.
Yeah, that's right.
So
yeah.
His grandfather, even though he was part of the gang, he also was part of the military. So he had a good side of his, he had a good shoulder to look at when he was growing up too.
Now, although they was doing a lot of killing and robbing and taking over territories that made them big, where they was at in California, because this go from California to New York and Harlem. Yep. But what made them famous, even though they already was big, was that little incident with the cop, right?
Yeah.
Because what it was, they was paying a crooked cop to do all the crooked stuff that they was doing. Y'all remember?
Yeah.
But this one crooked cop, he got so greedy that he told them he wanted more money. And they was like, nah, man, that's enough. So he took one of their boys, killed him, and hung him and put a sign on him that said, if y'all don't pay up, this gonna happen to another one of y'all every other day. So Lulock and them was like, oh, he want to play like that. I don't give a damn that he a cop. Guess what? We're gonna teach him a lesson. We're gonna go to his house. We're gonna teach him a lesson. And sure enough, it was supposed to just beat his butt real bad, severely, but it turned. Things always. It's just like a person robbing a bank. You think you just gonna be in and out. Things always go wrong.
Yeah.
So it was just supposed to beat, but it turned a vicious murder.
So left.
But it was all kind of corrupt stuff happened. Like, so it was what? Lulock, Gutter,
Snake Eyes,
and Stan.
Yeah.
Stan, I hate
They all was
Stan.
supposed to be tight, but they found out real soon that Stan was
Informant.
an informant, a snitch, a backstab. He was playing both sides. He was helping an informant for the Bloods, an informant for the Crips, informants for the Pyru, for the cops. He was just all over the place, and they didn't know that though.
Yeah, the thing is that everything went wrong because Stan wasn't doing his job.
Yep.
He kept himself so distracted by other things out there.
Stan's position, they were supposed to but beat the cop. Stan's position was supposed to be the lookout.
Exactly. So when they got to the house, they bust in. The girl answered the door because they had Snake Eyes go. He had pretty eyes, he light-skinned pretty boy.
And he was dressed up as
like a delivery guy.
Yeah, delivery guy.
So the girl let him in because she was like flirting with him. And he got
she was
in.
flirting with him.
As soon as she opened the door, Lulock bust in. And then the mother came downstairs and started screaming, "You black bastards! You sons of bitches!" And he was like, "What?" And then Gutter came in, and then they sent Stan. They said, "We need you to go out to the corner because the real reason we here is for that cop." And he wasn't there, but they knew he was on his way home. Yeah. So they sent Stan out to the corner to keep a lookout. But this fool out there flirting with other girls, and while they in the house, the wife. You remember with the wife?
Yeah,
she was a racist.
Yes, she was.
She was a racist bastard.
Like that.
I swear, I thought it was the mother that was talking racist.
His wife, the cop's wife.
No, I thought it was the mother, the white cop's wife's mom.
No, it was
the cop's wife, where she was like, "You sons of bitches, you bastards broke in here. I heard all about you black people. You're no good. Y'all should go back to Africa. All y'all do is rob and steal." And I like how Gutter went off on her.
Yeah. Said, "You know what? You better be happy that my great-great-grandmother saved your life."
Yeah, he said, "Cause you got some nerves.
Yeah.
You know all the dirt you white people has done. You know all the robbing and stealing and pillaging you guys done. You know you probably in this house because all the robbing and stealing your crooked husband done. And you got some nerve talking about us, the criminals. Y'all the biggest criminals throughout history." He said, "So you keep your mouth shut before I change my mind and just kill you just on GP."
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man. But anyway, so now all of a sudden the cop comes. He come around the corner.
He had a partner though too.
Oh yeah. So the cop's coming, him and his partners with him, and as he's coming, Stan don't do his job.
Yeah,
and
Stan is on the
other side. He never notifies them that the cop's coming, whatever. And next you know, the cop gets in the door. As soon as he comes in the door, his partner seen the other cats with the guns, and he shot Snake Eyes, in the leg. And then Lulock jumped across the couch. He's always fast.
Yeah, with the gun.
And he lit that cop up. Bah, 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 bah. Lit it, bust him right in the head. Boom! And then he caught the
No, Snake Eyes shot the one cop, his partner.
But Lulock.
But then the cop got his partner got on him, shot Snake.
Yeah, but they killed him.
Yeah, they killed him.
But then the husband though, they had him tied up, and he was just running his mouth like his racist wife as well, running his mouth, and they was just getting. And then right away, Lulock. Then they had him. Then Lulock said, "What the hell? Stan didn't notify us." He said, "Man, I'm telling you, something about that cat. There's something about him, man. He's always slipping."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Stan comes in the door, and he gives a look at the cop, and the cop give him a look, and then and Lulock said something like, "We're gonna kill him" or something, and Stan goes, "Nah, man, cause you know we Crips, we can't do that." Something.
Why you say that out loud?
Yeah, he said, "What the heck?" And then that's when Lulock said,
I was so happy.
He said, "That's strike number 2. He said, "I'm telling y'all, something up about that damn guy."
Right.
And I forgot what happened then.
Lula shot
No, then-
Stan.
Yeah, he shot him. He said, that's it
He
for
had
this
to
dude.
shoot him.
He said he constantly on some bull jump.
But it was the way, if you remember how Lulak set up the whole thing. Remember he made it make it look like the Bloods did all that.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
just before he killed the cop, because the
Yeah.
cop just kept running his mouth like, you son of a bitch, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you think this is over? I'm gonna kill all y'all. And that's when Lulak realized. He said, all right, you gotta go,
Yeah.
and he killed them. But like you said, then he set it up to make it look like the Bloods did it.
Yeah.
But really, they
Really,
did.
yeah.
But then they left California and they went to New York,
Yeah.
Harlem, and they set up a Crips unit over there.
Exactly.
But they became famous because everybody knew what they had did in California.
Yeah.
So now they set up a Crips, set up in Harlem, and it was getting big, a lot of notoriety. A lot of cats tried to knock them off. But every time they tried to knock them off, this dude Lulak was knocking jokers off like it was nothing. Like it didn't matter where they caught him. It's in the barber, come out of a store, out of his car. This guy always was on go. He just constantly on go. Like, what? You can't catch me slipping. I'm on go 24/7. That joker was nice with it. But anything else y'all want to add?
Not in the beginning.
I did not like Martina.
Oh.
I did
Come on,
not-
man, you gotta wait till the
No, that's good. I like
I
that.
did not-
Martina
no,
was
because
Lulak's girlfriend.
From the beginning of the
yeah.
book, Martina was doing Lulak wrong.
Yeah, you mentioned, you didn't forget up. You mentioned, well,
The college.
Yeah, the letter.
Yeah, Lulak, like I said, he wanted to get out eventually. And I remember you said that, how he's a good guy and all that.
Yeah, he's very smart. He's a good guy. The only thing that people are going to be looking down on him is because he's in the
He's
gang.
in a gang.
But
He's
he
a gang
want out.
member.
But he wants out.
And see, the thing about that, when you said that, because I remember when you was reading that, and what I was saying to mommy was, it's amazing. You really got people like Lulak in this world for real. They really do want out. And the amazing thing about it, any real gangster out there, any real thug, I'm talking about serious jokers, they'll tell you, most cats that's in the game, I don't care what kind of game you in, gang you in, hood you in, mob you in, most jokers that's really in that thug life, whatever, gangster life, the truth be told, real ones, they want out of the game. They don't want that life no more. But it's always the fake wannabes want in the life. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because he don't want to wind up being dead
Mm-hmm.
in the end.
But I
Exactly.
would
He's
say
just
there's
looking
only
in the
like
future.
a few gang members that are really about it. That
Gutter.
really were- That's what I'm
There's
saying.
gutter.
There's
There's
only
gutter.
a few that's real about that really want to be in it for good. For life.
Now what mommy was talking about also, like I said, Lulak went out of the game, and it was Martina is always arguing with him. Martina is this beautiful Dominican girl
His girlfriend.
that Lulak always looked at her like, yeah, she's beautiful.
But they don't have nothing in common.
Yeah, he's like, she's beautiful. She got a beautiful body. He said, but she don't go to school. She don't got a job. All she do is always be in my damn wallet, in my damn pocket. And she got 3 kids by somebody else, and I'm with this girl. And he said, and so one day, the argument started as usual. And he said, man, I ain't putting up this crap. And he went to the bathroom.
He had a mean headache the night before, so
Yeah.
he wasn't trying to argue.
So while he's sitting on the toilet, he sees in the garbage a piece of paper, a letter. And as he look at the letter, it's ripped up and balled up in the garbage. And he opens it. It's a letter from the college, an acceptance letter that Martina threw in the damn garbage. He's like, this fucking bitch.
Yeah.
I don't believe she did it. See, and little by little, he's like, I gotta get the hell away from her. But now she's pregnant.
She's very toxic. She was super toxic throughout the whole book.
Now she's pregnant with his supposedly kid.
Yeah,
Such a hoe.
but the thing is, babe, that he was just thinking about his child.
His supposedly child.
Yeah, his supposedly be child.
That was ugly too.
But at the same time, it's like I don't quite understand why everybody knew that she was scandalous.
And why didn't you
all
just
that.
tell him?
And then why didn't you just tell
Yeah,
him?
because now what she getting at is that later, Gutter and Lulak was talking, and he was saying to Gutter, he's like, man, you got a good woman, man. I wish I had that, man. He was like, you ain't happy with Martina? He's like, man, I think we growing apart, man. And
But
then,
I'm only staying because of the baby.
thank you. He said, I'm only staying because of baby. And that's what
And
Gutter
then
said.
Gutter was like, wait, what?
What?
She pregnant? And then he
Are
was
you
like, are you
sure
sure that's
that's
yours?
He's like, yo, man, what you mean?
And I felt like that's mad embarrassing, low key, because it's just like, what you mean it's not mine?
He said,
Like,
what you mean?
What you mean?
Am I sure?
Sure?
He's like, yo, man, I've been wanting to tell you this for the longest, man, but everybody say, man, she be all over town with all bunch of different dudes all the time, man. He's like, yo, you just telling me this? You just tell. Nah, remember she turns out she was with Cisco. She was with that other dude across town that he wanted to cut the fingers off.
But she was mostly going out with this one guy.
She was with a blood.
Yeah,
You forgetting.
Yeah,
she was a hoe. She was all over the place. And even when he went to the college, that's where he met Satin.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful Puerto Rican girl.
Yeah,
right?
Puerto
He was a
Rican.
Dominican girl. So when he met Satin, they kicked it off real good. But unbeknownst to Lulak, Satin knew all about his girl cheating on him, but she wanted him.
See, but it was really burning me up. Why is it that everybody knew about this
Except
girl?
Lulak.
Except he's from the streets.
But see,
I would think he would be wise.
You know why? It goes back to that old saying. They go, "Love is blind."
Yeah, but still, streets talk.
Yeah,
He was turning his blind eye because he was doing it all for the baby. He was like, she about to have my kid. So he was being stupid. As smart as he was, street and book smart, all because the girl kept saying, "I'm pregnant by your kid," and she was lying. And then, so what he did, he paid his boy Cross. This other dude, Cross was like a weird, wicked, sneaky dude, creepy.
Yeah,
like he sneak up on people. Even when he snuck up on Lulak before, he said, "Yo, man, you better watch that, man. Almost capped you." He's like, "Yeah, right." They was tight. And he said, "Yo, man, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to follow Martine because I've been hearing some stuff." Martina. He said, "I need you to follow her, man." He said, "Yeah, man, I've been hearing some things." He said, "But I'm going to pay you. I need you to follow and get some solid evidence that she messing around." And that's what Cross did. He followed, even though he already knew, but he wanted to get some solid more.
Yeah.
But Cross also told him, I said, "You sure?
Yeah.
You don't want me to do nothing to her?"
He said, "Nah, let me handle that."
Yeah, he didn't want to. Cross wanted to kill Martina.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cross is just a killer.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
But
why in the end.
I'm talking.
Now you get it.
Yes.
Lulak said, "Don't kill her. Just,
Let me handle her."
Yeah.
He said, "But whoever you find out that she would, they fair game. You do what you want with them."
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, that happened. He followed her one night all the way to Jersey and seen the guy she was messing with.
He was really cheating.
And he was a big time drug dealer in Newark, New Jersey.
But even Cross was saying, when Cross was looking at the guy, he was like, "Why is she even dealing with this guy over?"
So he cornered the guy after he dropped Martina off and shot the dude, cut the dude's finger off with the big ring on, and killed the dude.
That's
and
so
then
nasty.
he brought the finger with the ring on it back to Lulak. He said, "Yo, man, the guy, your lady Martina, she foul as hell. But as far as the guy that she was messing with, you ain't got to worry about that no more." And Lulak was like, "Why?" And he threw the ring down at him with the bloody finger. He said, "Yo, man, what the hell?" He said, "Man, you is one real creepy dude." He said, "Well, that guy is no longer amongst the living. So you ain't got to worry about
But
that."
yeah, the whole time of that whole situation, he was dealing with Satin along the way. Like, once he started finding out, like, "Oh, she's cheating on me," he started taking interest in the Satin more heavy.
Yeah. Now, you know what else was crazy about Satin? Remember, Lulak hate Bloods. He has a strong enmity, remember, to be feeling real hostile and violent towards someone. But what he don't know is that Satin is the sister of Diablo, where he's the king of the Bloods.
Mm-hmm.
And when he find out, oh man, he gets, matter of fact, when the word get back to Diablo that your sister is dating a damn Crip, he confronts her. And when he confronts her, he's like, "Yo, I don't believe you. You out here messing with one of them damn niggas, one of them damn spooks." Like he
was saying so many offensive words for Black.
Yeah, and Satin said, "You know what? Get the hell away from me. If you can't get your stupid, uneducated, racist mind out the gutter, then you stay the hell away from me." And she said, "Matter of fact, I am with him. And I'm going to be with him. And if I feel like fucking him, I'm going to fuck him." And when she said that, I know I'm being vulgar here. He slapped the mess out of her. Pow!
And then that's when she was like,
she grabbed her gun. Like,
yeah, because she also said, she was like, "Not even my father put my hands on me.
Ever put
Not
your
a
hand
guy
on me.
ever put my hands." Yeah, she said, "No man has ever put their hands on me, not even my father, so you're not gonna do that."
Yeah,
but you know what that reminded me of when he slapped the mess out of her? The movie Scarface.
Yeah.
Remember in Scarface when Gina, right? That's her sister, when she was in the bathroom and Tony came in there and said, "Hey, what you doing? He got you in the fucking toilet? He got you in the toilet and all that." And then she was like, "Yeah, Tony." Just like Satin, she sassed her brother. She's like, "Yeah, Tony, I could smoke what I want, or whoever want. And if I want to do drugs, I could do drugs. And if I want to fuck him, Tony, I'm going to fuck." And Tony was like, "Bah!" And remember, that's what Gina was like. She she was scared. That's how Satin was with Diablo. Like, how dare you go and be all smart mouth with me and talking like that? I don't mean to be vulgar, y'all, but I'm just, the book was that damn good.
Just excuse
I know
me.
she was looking at me like, man, calm down.
No,
But yeah, so now go ahead. What else?
yeah, so then now his her brother felt, El Diablo felt like, yo, I just can't believe I just.
Yeah, he
touched
tried
my-"
to apologize as immediately as soon, but she didn't want to
like,
hear
I ain't trying
it.
to hear that.
She said the next time you ever try doing something, you will have a bullet to your head or your to your body.
Yeah. So we ain't gonna give you the whole book because there's so much to talk about. Anything else before I
If I say something, it's gonna it's gonna tell what happens.
All right, well, we could go towards the
Martina
end.
at the end.
Martina was dirty. So now that Lulak, he found out the baby wasn't his on top of that. He confronted her. And he's like, is that baby even mine? And then she was like, he said, you know what? That's all I need to know.
And the whole time.
He went up to the room, took all her clothes.
Oh, yeah, through like all the mink coats, all of that.
Shred them.
And you know what? As soon as that happened, she called Cisco.
Yep. One of the Bloods.
Because one of the Bloods, she was like, she's gonna teach Lulak a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, but the whole time, you know, he's been getting real serious with Satin, like really, really serious, and on some like, I want to marry you type.
And Satin's real smart too.
Yeah, she's very.
She took him to
smart.
like a book thing or whatever, and she was impressed. She was like, "Yo, he's not just a gangster; he's an intelligent
all the authors."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
and just like you said, Martina called Cisco to get. Now she's mad, and sure enough, he was after he dropped Satin off. He was coming out of somewhere, and he right away a car pulled up, and it was like, doo-doo-doo-doo. But right away, Lulak jumped over the car, pop, pop, pop. It was like, yo, this guy's sharpshooter like crazy and knocked all the jokers off.
The book was a really page turner, really a page turner.
Yeah.
But how about we got to mention this? But then later, Gutter was coming out of some other spot.
Oh my
gosh. And the jokers approached him with a machine gun and lit him up.
So upset for Gutter.
Lit him up. Now, while Lulak was with his girl, his phone kept blowing up. And he wasn't answering because he was with Satin. But then when he finally answered it, you know, it was Gutter girl like, we've been calling you all this time. We're in the hospital, blah, 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 blah. And when he went up there, they had Gutter and all these tubes.
Looking like a vegetable in the bed.
And he was like, yo, man, I'm sorry, my brother, you know, you wasn't there. You know, he was, I'm sorry I wasn't there and this and that. And he was praying like, I hope you get through this, man. But I'm going to get them jokers who did this to you. So now he had an even stronger enmity. He was out killing all Bloods.
Yeah, him and his crew. They went out for revenge.
Oh, but we got to remember when he first, like the first time he ran into Jesus, which is Satin's little brother. When this is how Lulak found out that she was related to him. Because when they came outside, he was smart mouthing Lulak. And he said, oh, look at this. My sister-in-law with one something, he said. And Lulak,
I guess that makes us brothers-in-law.
Yeah, he's like, and then Lulak said, do you know this little mother effer? And then he said, yeah, ask her, do she know me? She should, because we both came from the same chocha.
Yeah.
Like, what a disrespectful little joker, man. And he smacked him with the gun. And he was about to kill him. And Satin said, don't.
He really messed up his jaw, though.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. Satin wasn't truthful. It wasn't. She wasn't up. She was not.
Well, she wasn't really up because she didn't really have a relationship with her
beginning.
family. They clearly said that, like, she didn't have a relationship.
Yeah, but with Lulak, she would have just said something to Lulak to get him.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was
That's
like, she
what
should
I'm
have told
thinking.
Lulak about her family.
He felt
Especially if you
like
know that
he'd
he's in a
been
gang.
lied.
Yeah. So, let's mention one more thing. Like I said, we don't blow the whole thing. So now, like I said, Lulak, the enmity that he had, he's on a rampage killing crazy Bloods. But now him and Satin about to really leave the gangster life alone at the same time. But it always happened like that. Every time a joker really want to get out, it's like that old gangster movie said, every time I'm trying to get out, they just pull me back in. Yeah. And as he's trying to get out, he sold all his guns.
And Gutter was telling him, like...
Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes was saying, like, yo, you want me to come, like...
He's like, nah, we catching a plane.
You want me to bring
out
somebody, escort you? He's like, nah, it's cool. Like, everybody know me. I'm like, no, that's not the
And Martina had called some other jokes. She called Diablo and some other cats.
It was a whole setup.
She begged Lulak. She said, I need you to come over to the house. He said, look, I ain't got nothing to do with you no more. And he was like, yo, don't ever call me. Don't get the hell out of this and that. And Satin was like,
yeah, I didn't like that part.
Oh, that made me mad. Because he was like, don't call me.
I would have said no.
And Satin said, Martina said, but I'm about to get kicked out of the building. Your name is on the lease. He said, what? What are you talking about? You'll be fine. Yo, don't call me.
Yeah,
and said, no, don't do that, Lula.
No.
Don't be like him.
Martina said, you're going to leave me and my kids out.
Yeah.
So then when Satin heard the kid part.
She fell for it.
Yeah, I was like,
she begged Lula. She said, nah, go over there and square that away so she not kicked out with her kids. And he said, nah, she got to deal with that herself. She put herself in that predicament. So Satin said, no, do it for me. And what did he do? He go over there with no guns, no backup.
I was just like, for Lula to be severely smart.
No, because Lula said, man, Satin, it's a good thing that I love you.
No, but
if I didn't love you, then I wouldn't have been
I'm just like, for
there.
Lula to be super smart, why would you
Okay, let's tell the whole book. Okay. Because now I'm being mad all over again. He goes over there and sure enough, these jokers run up on him, and at the same time they run up on him,
Not at the last minute.
Diablo showed up first.
Yeah, but remember, Lulak at the last minute knew something was up because when he was getting close to the apartment, Martina was just standing in the window.
Looking.
Like she wasn't moving.
Yeah.
Like she had an evil smile on her face. And he's just like trying to put it at the last minute.
Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Martina didn't she was confused also because he said, what is Cisco?
Diablo.
No, El Diablo,
yeah.
yes.
She's like, why is Diablo? She called the other dudes to do damage, but Diablo showed up out of nowhere and because somebody called and Diablo and lied and said that Lula was beating
Cisco.
her.
It was Cisco.
Oh yeah, Cisco. He was dirty.
Yeah,
and see that's another thing.
Yeah.
When you think somebody, your friends or your partner, Cisco was a blood, but Diablo was his boss, and he was setting Diablo up to get killed.
Cisco wanted El Diablo spot so bad.
Cisco was Diablo.
Cisco wanted that spot so bad.
So when Diablo approached Lula, he seen right away his sister in the car. He was like, she ain't got no bruises or nothing. What the heck? Now he was trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And then he approached Lula. He's like, yo, man. And then Lula was like, oh, you Diablo. And then they was sass talking. Then he punched him around.
Yeah, but he also was confused at Diablo because he seen his sister. She was
fine.
She had no bruises.
Mm-hmm.
Not even her hair messed
but Lula beat up Diablo real quick. He's like laughing. He's like, you the big keeps. But then all of a sudden he swung around because somebody yelled at him and they lit him up.
God, that was so sad.
And Martina in the window talking about, no! Like, you stupid ass. So you just, like I said, try to rob a bank, you think it's going to go one way, it go another. Like when they went to go beat the cop up, it's going to go one way, it go another.
How much traumatizing Satin has to be, like, looking at all this happening.
And yo, they shot Lula. Like, no. When he turned, they didn't shoot him up like that first. Remember, he turned around, and as soon as he turned around, a guy had like a 45, put it right in his head, and boom!
Oh, and his skull.
His skull and his brain
like
just splattered. And Satin jumped out of the car and was like, no! And then all of a sudden, while he was still trying to move, then they lit him up. And everybody just in the shot. And Satin, it messed up so much that, remember, she went over to his dead body.
Yeah, she was still trying to hold him, but it was just like...
She was delusional because she was like, no, baby.
And then,
she's like, they messed your braids up. Don't worry, when you wake up, I'm going to redo your hair. Don't worry, baby. You're going to be fine. Please wake up. She was delusional.
That's sad, though.
And that was messed up. So now, and then what happened? Later, Gutter gets...
No, you forget. She shoots El Diablo.
Oh, yeah. Then she... Damn, that was good. You're right. She pulls her gun out and pow, kills her own brother.
6 bullets in the stomach.
Shot and killed her own brother. Because she's like, you did this to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow.
But she was like, he didn't want no drama from y'all. Y'all started this. He didn't even want no part. Yeah, I forget that.
But how about your favorite part? Now get toward the end of the book. They had a basketball game. You know, obviously Lulak's dead now. He had a big funeral. They had a basketball game. And now Cisco is the leader now.
Yes,
and before you get to that part, Martina, she's
y'all good. I like how y'all pay attention.
She's coming from the hospital. Yes. She puts the baby. She lays the baby
in the
down.
crib.
Now she's getting ready to take a shower, whatever, do her thing, get to relaxation. What all suddenly happens? She's taking a shower. She don't even hear who's
snuck in the place.
Yes.
And what happened?
Oh my gosh. This one person, and I don't want to say because I want you guys to say who it was, immediately grabbed her by the choke.
Don't he slice her in her neck?
No. He literally squeezed her
to death
till she can't breathe no more.
Choked her to death.
Choked her to death.
And they said he snuck in quiet and creepy. and her
And
crying
who
baby.
was the like?
It was
the
Cross.
cooker?
I remember y'all didn't know that at first. Y'all was like,
Yeah,
how would you know it was Cross?
Because
Because like I said, the guy was real sneaky and creepy, and he snuck in where you wouldn't even hear him. So I was like, that was Cross.
And he did have the privilege to kill her back then the way he wanted, but
And he took the kids wherever, they didn't say, but he killed her. But then I like later at the basketball game, it's like a year or so later, at a basketball game, Cisco see this fine chick pushing this guy, handicapped guy in a wheelchair, and she's pushing, and now she's flirting with Cisco, and Cisco trying to talk. The basketball game is over, people dispersing, and now while he kicking it to the girl, they flirting back and forth quite a bit. All of a sudden, that handicapped guy, he said, yeah, man, you know, you could talk to her, whatever. Just let me give y'all a little time. When he gets closer, Gutter was the handicap. He jumps up. He made a full recovery. He jumps up, pull his knife out, and stabs the shit out of Cisco. And he was crying, right?
Yeah, he's like,
He was crying. He's like, you killed my brother. You killed my brother. You killed my brother. You son of a bitch.
Yo, the whole time that was happening, no one knew what was going on. Like, the whole people at the basketball court did not know that the whole killing was going on.
You killed my brother. Like,
Yeah, but
wow.
at the end, he looked up in the sky.
He
and
said,
said, "Lula,
you can rest now.
you can rest now."
Yeah, I really like Gutter. I really liked Gutter a lot.
Gutter they was
And
both
come to find
solid.
out that Lee, that was his wife. That was Cheryl.
That was Gutter's wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a bond.
And I like Cheryl. She was down with it. She was
Yeah.
down for anything.
And you see that was real love and real bond.
I was just like,
even,
oh, she loves her, man.
even though she loved Gutter, you see the love and the respect she had for Lula.
Yeah, they were
They,
like,
they,
they were brother
it
and
was like
sister.
all
They was a
family.
real
And it was solid. It was
That
real.
a bro gang
Mhm.
family.
None of that phony fake stuff.
Yeah.
That was a
But
real
hey,
gang. Oh,
this might have been a long one, but I'm sure y'all appreciate every bit of what we talk about. This was a great book. And yo, Quan, man, this was one of your best ones, man. This was a great one.
Yeah, from the beginning to the end, I give it a 5-star.
Subscribe, share, like, and comment. Peace.
Yes. You want me to step on your thing?